Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Code. So after so many days, I am creating a new video that is a full stack React framework. So I am building it using the Vite and the React TypeScript React and the Express for the backend. Okay, so if you go to the localhost 3000 after creating this framework, localhost 3000, you can see the API. So API is working and also the front end is working and also the API is working on the same server. So you can see there is a server folder. You can modify the server.tsx for anything you want. You can create a new route here. You can create, we have a pages router and you can create a new pages, and also it has a pre-built setcn UI library, not the pre-built, it's pre-installed. So yeah, you can use that via command, and the command is npx create vexus app at latest. Okay, if you can contribute on this project, then please contribute. Link in the description and also flashing on the screen of my GitHub profile. Follow me on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. And let's get started. So for that, first of all, create a empty package.json. So npm init y, and it created a package.json. And in this package.json, we have to change something. So in the name, okay, this is name, and I'm going to name it create Vexus app. Okay, and the version is going to 1 and main is index.js, don't touch it. And after it, create a bin, and in this bin, okay, this one, the create Vexus app, and we need a bin folder. Under that, we have create Vexus app.js. Okay, and yeah, that's it for now. And we don't need any scripts, so remove it. Okay, and yeah, we need some keywords and also the author name is Roshan Kumar, and license and some description. So for now, I am leaving it like this and just create a new folder called bin. Okay, and this is the bin folder. And before creating the Vexus app, so I need to create a React router. So first of all, let's check it out the how the React router work in Vite app. So in this empty project, let's create a Vite app. So for that, npm create Vite at latest, and I'm going to use the React. Okay, root folder. Going to use the React and the TypeScript. Okay, cd, not the cd, directly the npm install, and I already created a React router as a pages router in this video. So if you want to know more in detail about how I created that pages router, so go and check out that video, link in the description, and you can also find that from my video pages of my channel. So this is the file of that. So I created a routes.ts and the types.ts file using the React router DOM. You can see in the app.tsx. I am using the React router DOM for the routing, and I created a pages router. So under that we have underscore layout and the index.tss. So let's remove all those right now and just copy the pages routes.ts. Before copying the routes.ts, so install uh, the React router DOM. So React router DOM. Okay, not this one, DOM. Let me check package.json. Yeah, React router DOM and nothing else. So now in the src folder, let's create a new file called routes.ts. and just copy and paste this one. Copy it and yeah, paste it here, the routes.ts, and then let's create a types.ts. So types.ts, and just copy the types.ts from here to this one, newly created project. Okay, these two things is done, and after that, I need to create. Okay, don't need to create, just app.tsx, and I need this one. So this is the app.tsx. Change the app.tsx like this, and create a new folder called pages, and under that folder create a new file, index.ts, and index.ts is going to be uh, the main file which is going to render first. So basically in React, main.tsx is the main file which is going to render first, but after rendering the main.tsx is it's render the app.tsx. So you can see, and in the app.tsx it renders the app routes, and because of app routes it's render the app.tsx, not the ts, sorry, tsx. And let's create, okay, home, let's see, home, the spelling is mismatch, but okay. And after that, let's run it, npm run dev. Let's see what it looks like. So localhost 5173, you can see the home page is here, and also let's create a about set page .tsx like this, rafce about, and yeah, here if I go slash about, you can see I am on the about page. So the pages router is working fine without any problem, and I don't want one thing. I don't want this fallback for now. So you can add your fallback on if you want, and also from the routes.ts, just remove this loading. So if you try to remove all this fallback, then it's not gonna work. It's gonna crash. So yeah, that's why. And about.tsx, yes. After that, I'm going to install this Express. So how the Express work? Let's open a new terminal and npm I Express. Okay. But before that, if you see, this thing is working right now. The our pages router is working without any error. But here in the vid config.tss, I have to add new plugin, that is globe plugin, and this globe plugin from vid plugin globe. So let's install this one, not here, yeah, here. So okay, npm I vid plugin globe, and in the vid.config.ts, let's see, just copy this one, import part. So yeah, like this, and yeah, the globe plugin. Okay, and after installing the Express, I already installed the Express. You can see, yeah, Express. And because it's a TypeScript, I'm going to make it a TypeScript framework. So for it, I have also installed the types of Express and make it save dev. So it's save in the dependencies. Yeah, it's fine right now. And after that, yeah, let me check one more time. It's working, and about section is also working without any error. So yeah, it's done right now without any error, and yeah, we don't have to change anything in the tsconfig.json right now. And after that, for working the Express server, in this Vite app, so first of all, let's create a server folder inside the root directory. This is our root directory, and here we created a server uh, directory. Under that, let's create a index.ts. This is our server file, index.ts. This is our the main file of server. So here just import the express from express. Okay, and after that, so we have to find that our app is in production or not, because Vite app is not work like that. If I run npm run dev, not the npm run dev, sorry, one instance is already running. Yeah, let's close it and npm run build. So after building, okay, there is a error in about. Okay, let's remove this, and yeah, so npm run build, and yeah, you can see there is a dist folder, and in this dist folder, this is all the static side, because Vite generates a static side. So these all are static uh, components like index.html and the logo, and also all the assets with css and javascript. Okay, so let's delete the dist folder right now. Okay, so for that, in the index.ts, we are going to run the index.ts instead of npm run dev. We run the index.ts, and when index.ts is run, then our index.ts file, our express server, find out that our app is in production or is in the development mode. Then it runs, depend on where to run, like as a static file or as a Vite server. So let's see it how it works. So first of all, let's find out it is in the production or not. So each production const is production is equal to, yeah, the process.env.node.env is equal to production. So after that, yeah, const app is equal to express. Yeah, that's the basic thing right now, which we all generate in the express server. After that, let the Vite dev server, and the type is any right now, and Vite dev server, yeah. And after that, if not is production, if this is not in the production, it means it is in the development. So yeah, for development, like this, we use Vite's connect middleware. Yeah, this is the correct thing. And here we import Vite. Okay, this Vite. Then after importing this, when we import, okay, so Vite, we have Vite, and after that, Vite dot create server. There is a function called create server. Yes, this is the create server, and under that, okay, like this, under that we have server, and in the server we own the middleware mode. So the basically this thing, let me comment. So enable bits connect waste middleware. Okay, that's it. So it runs the normal whatever we run right now, the npm run dev. Then it runs in the Vite server. So basically, this thing is does that the same exactly thing that our app is going to run in the Vite mode. And after that, after creating the server dot then, okay, this one dot then we have server like this. Okay, and after that, we have Vite dev server. So make this Vite dev server into server, and after that, after the Vite dev server, it's going to like this one, yeah, app dot use the Vite dev server dot middle middleware, okay, and middlewares, and this thing use the dev server middleware, okay, and let's console.log, and it's going to say that Vite dev, okay, Vite dev server is running in development mode, okay, yeah, development mode, yes, this one, and after that, so this one, and after that, catch if there is any error. So we have the error like this, and here we console the error, simply console.log the error, and before the error, let's say failed to set up vdev server, okay, this one, and after that, so else if this is not in the production, then it runs this one. If this is in the production, then the else, and under it, if this is in the production, then it's going to be a simple thing, yeah, that's it. The for production we sub the optimized build, okay, that's it, and app.use express.static, and it runs from the dist folder, but there is an error in this dist folder, because when the npm run build, we do the npm run build, then the dist folder, under that I am trying to create a server folder, and under that the compiled javascript file of this server. So for that, it's going to dot slash. Okay, for now let's say dist, because it's gonna work right now if we run from here. So yeah, this thing is like this, and after that, so app.use our the basic API. So let's create a server folder first, not a folder, file, server.ts, and in this file, uh, the basic thing, like first of all import the express from express, okay, and after that const app is equal to express, yeah, that's it, and then app dot get and the slash, okay, and we don't use the request here, then we have response, and type of response is from, okay, is from the express. So let's import the request from here, response from here, the response, and it's simply response dot send the hello world right now, and yeah, export default the app, okay, and index.ts, let's import it here. So import server route is equal to require, not the is equal to from dot slash server dot js. It's going to JS, because when we compile this TS file, so after the compilation, it's going to work uh, as a JS. And when we run the TS node right now, or the node one, so if we don't add anything like server, then it automatically finds the server.ts, and that thing is not gonna work. So for that, server.js. Okay, and here the app.use, and our main API is API and the server route. Okay, so before that, let's remove this. It's not in the else part, it's outside the else part and the if part. So app.use the slash API server route. Okay, and after that, I need a const port, and let's say 3000 for it. Okay, and then app dot listen on the port, and the server is running on whatever port we have. Okay, that's it. So right now this one, yeah, and nothing else. So let's try to run it. And before running it, we have to install the nodemon. So npm I nodemon. Okay, and also we have to do something in the tsconfig.js so it can run better. Here we have to add a compiler option first of all, not this one, the compiler option. And in this compiler option, first of all, set the module. Module is going to be es next, and after that module resolution. So set the module resolution to node, and after that, okay, es module interprop, it's going to true. Okay, and allow synthetic default imports, it's going to true. And also we need the base URL and the paths for the set scene, but for that I'm leaving it right now. So yeah, that's it. And this one like this, and whatever we have to do, yeah, we have to create one more tsconfig dot server dot json. So let's create it, and here okay, it's going to be first of all the extents. So whatever the extent dot slash tsconfig dot json. Yes, and after that the compiler option. So this is the compiler options, and here target is going to es 2022 2022. Let's select it, and after that the module is going to be the es next, same. Okay, and after that the module resolution is node, yes, and after that we need the out directory as well. So before out directory we need the root directory, and root directory is dot slash server, and the out directory is going to be dot slash disk slash server. Yeah, and after that, so we need the es module interprop as well, and value is going to be true. Okay, and after that the strict mode is true. So for better visibility, make the strict here the true. Okay, and after that, skip leave check, it's going to be true. By default it's false, so it's true. And also the allow synthetic default to true. And I think, yeah, that's it. And include the server. Yeah, and it's not important to include the server here, but yeah, for the better running the app. And yeah, that's it right now. And in the package.json we have to modify the dev command and the build command as well. And before modifying the script, we need to install npm I at tsconfig / node 16 and also the ts node. So it gonna work. Let's install it and okay, let it install first of all. So these two things are now installed. We have to install it in the dev dependencies, but yeah, for the testing purpose, it's good. And after that, in the dev command, just remove the Vite and instead of Vite, just write nodemon. Yeah, we have to watch the server only. There is a error or there is a changes in the server folder, then we have to execute not the execute ext the extension. We have the TypeScript and then execute exec ec. Okay, the execute node with the loader flag. Loader flag is basically for the TypeScript, and ts node / esm, and we don't need to define this experimental specific, and then server / index.ts. Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's it right now. So let's run it. Let me, yeah, here npm run dev, and yeah, it's running but import data. Okay, this is a warning. So yeah, this is a warning. Let's leave that warning. And yeah, after that, it's running right now in on the localhost 3000. With dev server is running on development mode. So let's check it out if it's working or not. The 5173 is off. The 3000, yes, it's working. And if I go, okay, here, if I go on the about section, then about is working. If I go on the API, then API is working. Everything is working right now without any error. So now we have to do one thing, that is build. So this is build for client and same thing. Okay, build for client and a build for server tscp tsconfig dot server dot json. Yeah, that's it. And then so this is a build command, and here first of all npm run build client. First of all run the client, then the server. Okay, so let's run the npm run build and see what happened now. Npm run build. I hope there is no error. Yeah, there is no error. And in the dist folder, I have server, and under that we have index.js and server.js. Okay, we can manually run from the node dist server.js, and okay, for that, mm, let's start command, and that is node dist server.js. Okay, so yeah, npm I cross env. Let's install the cross env. Cross env is does the it sets the node env to production or the development, whatever you want. Uh, in the multiple platforms, like I am using the Unix based system Mac OS. So for the Mac OS, okay. So for the Mac OS, for setting it, there is a simple command called node env is equal to whatever the node env I want to set. But for the Windows, it's not work like that. So for that, I'm using the cross env. So cross env and node underscore env is equal to production. Okay, and then node dist from the server and then index.js. Okay, npm a start. Let's see how it's work. So production build is running and server is running on localhost 3000. Okay, so let's see. First of all, the localhost 3000 cannot get slash. Okay, there is a problem on the build mode. Cannot get slash. I don't know. Let's see what happened. So here app.use. Okay, the dist folder. Make it dot slash and then the npm run build. After building, run the npm start. Okay, and let's see now. Okay, the same error right now. Let me modify it. What we can do. So first of all, before the production setting the each production variable, here just set the file name and the directory name. So the file name is equal to file URL to path. Okay, and from here import dot meta dot URL and okay, this is not imported. So import it manually. Import the file URL path from the URL. Okay, and after this, const the directory name like this one and path dot directory name dir name is going to be the file name we have. So import the path from the path. Okay, that's it. And after that, okay, it's great. The Vite dev server we have, and then if it's not in the production, then import the Vite, then Vite dot create server, and the middleware is true. Okay, and then server, and then the Vite dev server. Okay, there is a problem, I think. So for the API, just copy this, and for the Vite dev server, this is the Vite dev server is equal to server. Just paste it, the app.use under slash API from the server route, and then app.use Vite dev server dot middlewares. Okay, this is using the Vite dev server middleware. Okay, and then Vite dev server is running on development mode. Okay, and we have catch. If there is an error, then console.error, the error whatever we have. And in the else part, so app.use and express.static. So yeah, this is the problem, I think. Let's remove this app.use express.static, then path.join, path.join and the directory name. Okay, and then dot slash and nothing else. Dot slash. Okay, and after that, the app.use and slash API, the server route, and then console.log production build is running. But before this console, I think app.get a star means everything, and it's like not nothing in the request parenthesis, nothing in the request, and the response, and the response is a type of response from the express. Okay, that's it. uh, uh, there is a error, I think. Cannot find name res. Okay, let's see. So response dot send file and its path dot join, yeah, and underscore or directory name and its in the dot slash. Yeah, it's not the resize by, it's the response dot. Okay, there is, okay, this is the semicolon. It's comma and that's it. Response dot send file dot path dot join directory name from the dot slash means uh, outside the server folder. Yeah, and that's it. After that, the console.log production build is running. I think that thing is going to work. And then we have the port and yeah. So let's try npm run build. Okay, it's build and then the npm start. So yeah, it's working right now. We have the home and if I go to the about, then we have the about. And if I go to the API, then we have the API is working. Yeah, that's it. And this thing is working. Let's see one more time from the npm run there. Okay, and refresh. Yeah, this thing is working. Slash about is working, and also the API. Yeah, API is also working, and that's it. So about to our full stack framework is almost completed, and we have to just build a new npm package for that. So users can simply install it without doing these extra stuffs. Okay. So here in our project folder, in the bin folder, this is the bin folder, create a new file called create vexus app like this. The create vexus app.js, of course. And after that, in the create vexus app.js, uh, this is our script file. So for that, we have to write hashtag exclamatory mark slash usr slash bin and then slash the env space node. This thing is compulsory if you are creating a script file. So I'm creating a script file, that's fine. And then I need a package called Inquirer. So INQUIRER. That's it. So npm I and let it install. Okay, it's installed. And then I need const inquirer. Let's import it. Inquirer from the inquirer. And after that, const not here. Yeah, const prompt is equal to inquirer dot create prompt module. Yeah, and then so I need a prompt like this, and here, okay, here we need a type like a JSON file. Type is going to be input, name is going to be project name, yes, and then a message is okay, message is what's your project name, yeah, that's it, and then default value. So this is the default value, and default value is Vexus app, yeah, it's great. And then we need one more thing, the tailwind css. Okay, type, okay, the type is going to be confirm yes or no, and name, this name is going to is tailwind, and then the message, do you want to use tailwind css, yes, and default is true, yeah, that's it. And then after that prompt dot then, and we have answers, ANSWERS, answers. Yeah. And then, okay, we need to create a project.js or create project.js. So if not answers, okay, this one, the answers dot is tailwind, then not answers dot tailwind, then only simply create a project and console.log, this one, versus app without tailwind says, okay. So in the bin, not in the bin, let's create a new file under the function folder under the bin folder. Okay. So let's create a functions folder first. This is the functions, and under that, let's create project.js. Okay. And here just const import exe. Okay. Require from, import something from the child process. This is the child process, and we need to execute system. Uh, this one, execute sync, and then also import the fs from the require fs. Yes, and then create a function. This is the function called create project, and it accepts the project name and also the tailwind. Yes, the tailwind and also the setcn. I'm going to auto install the setcn as well. Okay, and first of all, console.log, it's going to be a, okay, creating a new access app. That's it. And then try and catch block. So try block, and in the catch block, simply console.log and nothing else. The error what we got, and in the try. So first of all, we need to create a Vite project. Okay. So the execute sync, and yeah, the npx, not the create vexus app. Let's remove it. It's create Vite at latest. Then the project name. Then we need uh, this one. Then template, and in the template, okay, let's remove it. And in the template, only the React TS. Yes. And after that, stdio inherit. Yes. Okay. And yeah, this one. And after creating the project, simply, not the exit, execute sync, uh, npm install, and current working directory. This one, the project name, and the stdio is inherit. Okay. And after this one, we have to create a folder. If you see here, we created a server folder. So after installing it, let's create a folder from the fs dot make directory sync, and here it's going to be path. Import the path dot resolve. Okay, and process dot cwd, the current working directory, and the current working directory is project name. Okay, and after that, we need to create a server. So let's create a server, and that's it. And then fs dot make directory, we need to also create, if you see, we created a tsconfig.json and make some changes in the tsconfig.json, and in we created a tsconfig.server.json. Okay, so let's create a tsconfig.server.json, and we also need the tsconfig.json as well. So this is the tsconfig.json right now, and we need the base URL and the path. Uh, if we see in the Vite config, yeah, this one. Okay, so we need this thing. So I opened the wrong file previously, and this is the correct file. Okay, so I just created the index.ts. You see in the starting of the video, and yeah, the app.use in the else part, as well as the app.use of API in the uh, if part, if there is a no production mode. Okay, so first of all, what we are doing, we have to create a tsconfig.server and as well as a tsconfig.json. This one. Okay, so for the tsconfig .json, just copy this and create a new file, and it's actually a files, then slash the tsconfig.json. Okay, and just paste it. This is the file and format it. Okay, this thing like this. We need the path dot slash tsconfig dot server dot json and this thing. Okay. So in the create project, we need to replace the original tsconfig.json with this tsconfig.json, whatever present previously in the build. Okay. And for that, const, not the server part, it's tsconfig is equal to fs dot read file sync, then path dot resolve. Okay, the same thing, path dot resolve. Oh, okay, not the same thing, not the path dot resolve. It's uh okay, path dot resolve and directory name. Okay, and here we need to find it under the files dot slash slash files. Okay, and tsconfig.json and read it as a UTF-8 format. Okay, and then fs dot write file sync the path dot resolve process dot current working directory and the project name be provided under that tsconfig.json. Just replace this. So if already present, then it fully replaced. If not present that file, then it's gonna create that file and then write all the content under that. Okay. So after that, we need to do the same thing. The const tsconfig server is equal to, yeah, the same thing, and the write it tsconfig server from project, not in the server. It's just to remove this, and tsconfig dot server dot json like this, and tsconfig server. Okay, and we need to add a tsconfig dot server dot json as well. So tsconfig dot server and the dot json. Okay, and tsconfig dot server dot json, this one, just copy it and paste it here. Okay, and also format it. So yeah, we created the tsconfig file and then the tsconfig dot server dot json file. And after creating these two, we need to install the uh, express, and then we need to install the types of express and the ts node and the node one, and also the tsconfig node 16. Okay, so let's uh, install that. So the execute sync, and it's going to be npm install express first of all, not the course, not the .env. I think .env, we need the .env, but okay, we figure it out later. So this is, and npm install, and we have to install it under the project name, and the stdio is inherit. And after that, we need to install the types of it. Okay, And also just install all these things. Mm, let's save dev and TypeScript, uh, types of express, and add tsconfig slash node 16. Okay, and ts node and also the node mon under the project name. Yeah, and after that we need to write the index.js. So for that, yeah, const index is equal to fs dot write read file sync, not the write, and from the files index.ts, yeah, that's it, and write that file in the project name, not like this, the project name we have, and under that server and under that index.ts, like this. Okay, and the index whatever we have. Okay, and so we have to also a new file and it's index.ts, and just go here in the server. We have the index.ts, this one. Just copy it and paste it here. Okay, it shows some error because this file is not present right now. And also create a new file called server.ts as well. And go to here, go to server.ts, and this is okay. I checked it. Just remove these two and yeah, copy it and paste it here. Okay, yeah, I need only this thing. Yes, and just close these two files. Okay, and after that, uh, we have index and we have to write the server as well. So const server, we read the file from the server.ts under the files as a UTF-8 and write that under the server under server.ts. Yes, under the project name. Yes, that's it right now. And after that, if we have the tailwind, okay, we have the tailwind. So for that, create the go to the create vexus app.js, and here we need to define something for the tailwind and the SATCN as well. So before there, okay, so module dot exports create project and make it like this. In the vexus create project and answers dot project name. Let me see if it's has, yeah. And the tailwind is false, SATCN is false. It's created app. Else, if the tailwind is true, yes, then it's going to be prompt and it's gonna like this, and this type is going to be confirmed. Set, it's asking for the is SATCN and do you want to use the SATCN? Okay, make it UI library. So it's look cool. And yeah, after that dot then, so we have only answer, not the answer to, only answer. And then if not answer dot setcn, then create a project with only the, okay, else if not answer dot setcn, if the setcn is false, then create a project only with the tailwind. Otherwise, if we have this is true, then create a project with setcn also. And for it, mm, this is the create project, and let's create a new function called create tailwind or the install tailwind. Install tailwind.js. Okay, and here just const import something from the require, not the tailwind. We need the child process, and from the child process, we need the exactly same thing, the execute sync, this one. Okay, and we also need the fs, require from the fs, path from the path. Okay, and then function install, I is small, install tailwind. Okay, this one, and we need the project name only, and yeah, console this thing, the console dot log. Just remove the try block right now, and yeah, the tailwind css, and then use the try catch block. Okay, the catch block, and in the catch simply console dot log the error, and in the try block, so execute sync. uh, I need to install npm install -d, the tailwind css. It's, let me see it, tailwind css.com, and here go to the get started framework guides for the Vite. Okay, I need this one, and then npx tailwind init p. Okay, so let's, like this, tailwind css post css auto prefixer in the project name, and stdio is going to be inherit. Okay, and we need to init the tailwind css, then the same command, yeah, npx tailwind css init p. Okay, that's it. In the project name stdio inherit. Okay, that's it. And then we need to uh, modify the tailwind config, this one. Okay, and for this, let's create a file called new file. In the files, tailwind dot config. Okay, dot config dot js, like this. So this is the tailwind config, and here we need to add this thing, this all. Just copy it and paste it. If you see here, so the tailwind config.js, it has in the theme and also all this thing, because I already installed the setcn here, that's why. Okay, and then uh, this one, and format document, obviously. Okay, and after that, let's close it. So we have to create this file. So for that, const tailwind config, this is the tailwind config, is equal to fs.read file sync path.resolve from tailwind dot, the name is same, tailwind.config.js, as a utf-8, and write this file as well. So fs dot write file sync path.resolve process dot current working directory project name. Under the project name, we have tailwind.config.js, and simply write that file. Okay, and we also need to change the css. So const css is equal to files index.css. Yeah, so new file index.css, this one, and here I need just copy this and paste it here, and nothing else. So yeah, and write this file fs dot write file sync, under the project name src index.css. Okay, if you see, we need the index.css under the src. Okay, that's it. And after that, this is the index.css. So after that, fs dot unlink. There is a unlink sync. We need to remove the app.css. If you see, I don't have app.css because after installing the Tailwind CSS, we don't need the app.css. So fs dot unlink sync the path dot resolve process dot current working directory under the project under the SRC we have app.css. Simply remove that. Yeah, and after that we need to do nothing, but I think I have to update a custom app.tsx. So I'm using the pages router here. I'm using the pages router here. This is the pages router, and in app.tsx has this one. So don't change the app.tsx here. Simply right now module.exports the install tailwind, and in the uh, create project also create a first of all install sadcn.js. Okay, and here the same thing, we have to import the exec, the sync from the child process, and also the fs, also the path, and then a function called install sadcn, and first of all console.log the installing sadcn UI library, and then try. Okay, first of all try catch, and in the catch block the simply not the console.log, it's console.error. Okay, and try, we have catch console.error, and under that try, uh, first of all we need to change the ts config. So if we see here in the ts config in the create project, we already changed the ts config, so we don't need to change the ts config right now. If we see the sadcn documentation, okay, this is the sadcn. Go to components installation Vite. So first install the tailwind css. After that, edit the tsconfig.json, and in the tsconfig.json I have to add the compiler option. And if you see here in the tsconfig.json, I already changed all these things because of server, so I don't need to change anything in the tsconfig.json. And I need to change the tsconfig.app.json. So I need to add the path and the base URL. Okay. So just go to here and tsconfig.app.json, just copy it, and in the files create a tsconfig.app.json. Okay, .json, and just paste it whatever we copied, format document. And here if you see, I also added the server because after adding the server, it's check for the TypeScript error and the linting error as well. Okay, so go to the create project, this one, install the sadcn, go to here, install sadcn.js, and we need to change the app. So const tsconfig app is equal to fs dot read file sync from the files tsconfig dot app dot json and write this file. Okay, that's it. And after that, we need to install something. Yeah, we need to install the types node. Just copy this. Okay, and execute sync this one. Yes, and the current working directory is project name, stdio is inherit. Yes, that's it. And after that, we need to change the, yeah, this one. We need to change this one also. If we go to vite.config.ts right now, there is nothing and nothing for the server. And yeah, we need, so let's copy it. We need glow plugin extra for the pages router. That's why. And just go here, vite.config.ts, create a file, vite config, vite, let me see it. It's a vite.config.ts. So rename it vite.config.ts and okay, and just paste it. Format document if possible, yeah. And yes, so we have to write the vite config as well after installing the types node. So const vite config is equal to fs dot read file sync from the vite.config.ts and fs dot write file sync in the project name vite.config.ts. Yes, and then execute sync. If we see here this thing, actually I'm going to go to installation and next.js, yeah, with the -d flag. Execute sync like this -d flag under the yes, and the stdio is going to be inherit. And then we add the dark mode in the our v tab. So for that, execute sync. It's going to be npx set cn at latest and add button like this. Okay, after adding the button and the drop down as well. So drop down menu. Okay, yeah, spelling is correct. And the current working directory is project name and the stdio is going to be inherit. Okay, these two buttons and these two components is added, the button and the drop down menu. And after that, okay, we need the theme provider. So if we go to the dark mode for the Vite, this is the theme provider .tsx. So just new file theme provider.tsx, copy this, paste it here. Yeah, that's it. And also we need to change the main.tsx as well. So before that, just add this file. So for it, const theme provider is equal to fs.read file. It's going to, okay, let me copy it again. And yeah, theme provider.tsx and write this file fs.write file sync under the src and then under the components. Okay, this one and under the components. Yeah, and then theme provider.tsx and the theme provider content under that. Okay, and then we need to install the mode toggle as well. So for that, this is the dark mode and this is the app. Okay, this is the uh, our main and this is the mode toggle. So let's copy the mode toggle here and mode mode toggle.tsx. Copy this, paste the content it has and yeah, copy this one. And after that, let's close it. In the side scene, after the theme provider, we need to add the mode toggle. So mode toggle, it's going to be mode toggle is equal to fs.read file sync from the mode toggle.tsx under the file, and fs.write file sync under the src under the components mode toggle. Okay, that's it. And we need the main as well. So const main is equal to fs dot read file sync main.tsx and write that file as well in the src main.tsx for the set scene. Yeah. So src under the src we have main.tsx. Yes. So let's create a new file called main.tsx, and from here the this is the main.tsx. Let's copy all these and paste it here. Make it system. Okay. Theme provider for default theme is going to be system. And the installation of setcn is done here. So let's go to the create access app, create project.js, and here install the tailwind first, then the setcn. So for that, if is tailwind, if is tailwind, then install it's install tailwind with the project name, and under it, after installing that tailwind, if we have is setcn, if is setcn, then install the setcn. Okay, for the setcn, let's export it. So module dot exports the install setcn, and here install setcn with the project name. Okay, yeah. So yes, and if you remember, we uses the pages router, but here we didn't created a pages router right now. So let's create the routes.ts, and if you go to vite.config.ts, so your glow plugin be imported as for the pages router, and in the routes.ts. So let's go to the routes.ts. This is the routes.ts. Just copy it and paste it here. Do nothing. In the fallback, I am just remove the loading part. So yeah, routes.ts, and types, for types also go to files, new file, types.ts, and paste. Okay, these two things, and create a new folder, new file, not a folder, and it's create create router.js. Okay, and here the same thing, we need the execute sync and the fs as well. So the execute sync from the child process need the fs and need the path. Okay, and here we need function create router from the project name. We need the project name, and here creating a new router node, just try catch block and console.error, the error we have. Okay, and here we need to execute sync. Okay, npm install. First of all, we need to install the React Router DOM, React Router DOM, and also the Vite plugin like this, Vite plugin globe. These two packages. React Router DOM and Vite plugin Glow only. And under the current working directory is going to the project name and stdio is inherit. Okay. And after that, fs dot make directory sync. Yeah, we have to make a directory under the project name under the SRC, make it pages. So create a pages and then const we need the index.tsx. So I created a beautiful index.tsx file. So just copy this one and so index.tsx, not the index.ts. So it's index.tsx. Paste it here as a home, yeah, and const index is equal to fs dot read file sync from index.tsx and write this file under the pages index.tsx. Okay, that's it. And after that, we created the routes and types as well. So routes is equal to fs.read file sync only the ts routes.ts and write it not under the pages, it's under a src only routes.ts as well as the types. So const types is equal to fs.read file sync the types.ts and write it under the src types.ts the types. Yeah, that's it. And this thing is completed. So here module.export the create router and in the create project before installing the tailwind, so create router. Okay, yeah, create router the project name. Yeah, that's it, I think. Yeah, and also I need to create a package.json. So for that, create a new function and call it create package.js. And here, just import the same thing, execute sync and execute sync. Okay, and the fs and the path. The suggestions, yeah, the path. And after that, the function, I need the create package, not the router, it's create package. And yeah, we need the project name. Okay, and here, first of all, let's install the execute sync npm install the cross env. So I think when we creating the okay the just install this thing the cross env there like this and just remove the installation part from here. And here we need const scripts and this thing is going to be okay. Let me copy the script of this one, the package.json and the dev build and the start command. Okay, just copy it, paste it, and then so const package is equal to fs dot read file sync path dot resolve, not this one. We need to read the file but not the okay, something is error. Okay, yeah, not this one. I need the process dot current working directory. From here we need the project name we have, and under that we need the package dot json. Okay, in the utf-8 mode, yes. And const package json, so pass the package to the JSON, and then package JSON dot scripts is equal to the scripts we have, and I need to change this script right now. So yeah, right now this is the only, and after that fs dot write file sync the resolved current working directory, then the project name package.json as a json.stringify package dot the package JSON, yeah, and the null, yeah. That's it. Okay, we didn't use the try catch block here, so let me use the try catch block as well. Try catch console dot error, and here like this, and okay, this thing, and in the dev, so let's remove it. uh, Dev is going to be Vexus. Dev build is going to just Vexus build, and just remove these two. Lint is the same. Preview, just remove the, okay, okay, just remove the preview. We need a start. So a start for the Vexus start. Only the three command: dev, build, and Vexus start. Okay, it's done right now. And go to the package.json again here. Okay, let me see in the create project. We created a router, but not created the package.json. First of all, module.export, the create package. Then here, mod, uh, here, after creating the router, so create package. It's a package with the project name. Okay, create package with the project name. Yes, and yeah, that's it right now. And here, so create vexes, go to package.json, and in the bin, let's add one more in the bin, that is dot slash bin, and it's vexes.js. Okay, and in the bin, let's create one more file called vexes.js. And again, this thing is going to be a script file. So for the script file, has exclamatory mark slash usr slash bin slash env space node, this thing. Okay, and after that we need to import the execute sync from, okay, the child process, and then const args is equal to process dot argv dot slice by 2. Okay, and then const command is equal to arg0. Yes, and then if, okay, the command is equal to dev, then what it does, uh, first of all, the try catch block. If there is an error, then simply console dot error with, make it like uh, development server development server failed to start, like this, start. Okay, like this. And yeah, and in the try block, so execute sync, we need to run what we have to run. So if we go to here, so in the package.json, this is the dev command. We have to run this thing, the execute sync, this thing. Okay, And after running this and this thing, okay, that's it. And the uh, else if the command is going to, not the start command is going to build, then okay, this thing, yes, it's going to be these two things. First of all, it's create the front end. Let it create the front end, this one, and then it creates the backend, this thing. Okay, so for the backend, uh, okay, yes, tsap tsconfig.server.json, and the run dev command, the build command, and the start command. Okay, if command is equal to a start, then try and cross env, first of all, cross env, uh, node underscore env is equal to production, and node dist, we have dist folder under that server, and under that, so there is a technical error. My video recording is stopped, and I build this. So basically, uh, the start command, I write the start command, and after that, else command for handling the error if user put any other command. But this thing is not gonna work. I have to remove this. So in the package.json, so I published it 3 times, and because of this vexus.js, but this thing is not working. So remove this, make the package.json 1.0.3, and remove the vexus.js as well. So first of all, let me see again. Yeah. So let's remove the vexus.js, and in the create package, I write the same command, and that is the dev build, the nodemon, and all that. And after that, let's publish it. So for publishing, you have to run npm login first. When you logged in, then publish. So it's your own version. If you use my version, then simply let me publish first, then I tell you how to use my version. So it's npm publish the 1.0.3, and here I'm gonna this thing, the npx create vexus app at latest. The link of this npm package, I'm going to leave in the description, and also the github link of this project is in the description. Go and check it out, and if you can work the vexus thing, I need to only write the vexus dev, and it runs all that commands for me. If you can do that, then simply feel free to pull a request, and on the GitHub. Okay, this thing I published, and let me see you how it's work. So npx create vexus app at latest, this thing, and it asks me to install the latest version, and I'm going to dot slash means the current directory, and the yes set cn for yes, and it's installing the npm installing all the packages. And after installing, let it install first, and after installing, it should create, yeah, it's create the server folder, and under that server, okay, there is nothing yet. uh okay, wait for it. Yeah, under the server, it has index.ts and server.ts. So index.ts all the part, server.ts all that part. Okay, and yeah, it installed the set cnui, and okay, let it install the components, that is drop down and the button. Yeah, the two components, And if you go to the package.json, you can see this thing, the scripts, and npm run dev. So it's running on the port 3000. So let me, yeah, okay, not the API slash user because this is not present yet. So yeah, this one. So you can see full stack React framework and increment counter and all this. If I go to slash API, then the API is working. Hello world. And yeah, I checked all the routes for the server and the routes for the pages. All thing is working great. You can check your own while running this command. Okay, the npx create vexus app at latest, and this thing is working great. You can feel free to pull a request if you want to improve this project, this full stack framework, you can say. Yeah, that's it. And you can see the dark mode and the light mode, the dark mode, and the system mode. Okay, and that's it for today. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and as well as LinkedIn. And the project link, npm link, and the GitHub link of this project is in the description. Go and check it out. And also feel free to pull a request if you want to improve and contribute something. So that's it for today. Thank you.